welcome back to Cask 529. I'm Brian.
And I'm Shona.
Tonight, Shauna's put together a little tasting with a bottle of blackened bourbon.
Right, so this is Blackened, the Cask Strength Volume 4, which is, so from my research, there's 4 volumes out at the moment. And Volume 4 is actually the lowest proof at 120.8. And I thought he was going to say something there.
No, it's just really...
So what I have found interesting about this, I seen the bottle, and Brian was out bourbon hunting. This was several weeks ago. And he was, you know, standing in line. We had no clue if he was going to get anything or not. We are in Ohio, where if you want something, you have to go stand in line.
And I didn't.
And so I said, well, just so you don't go empty-handed, I see that they have this blackened, and I don't know anything about it, but it's a cool bottle. You know me and my pretty bottles. So why don't you pick it up? So, you know, after he brought it home and he got it, because they didn't have any allocated items or anything good that day, or he was too far back in the line to get anything, I can't remember. I looked it up, and I'm like, oh. So I know a lot of people think this as a gimmicky bourbon or whiskey. It's not really a bourbon, it's more of a whiskey. Because it is a partnership, or not really a partnership, I apologize, more of a project between Metallica, the heavy metal band, and at the time Dave Pickerel, who was the master distiller. Unfortunately, he passed away, so now it's Rob Dietrich who's the master distiller. But Dave Pickerel was the one who worked with Metallica to develop this blackened whiskeys variations. And what they do is they use, during the finishing stage, they use sound waves, sonic sound waves, to kind of rotate the whiskey into the barrel that is finishing in.
So my understanding is they actually play Metallica music,
yes,
correct?
Yes, they do. I don't know which Metallica music, and if you
it
even
wouldn't matter.
ask me what Metallica sang, I cannot tell you. I did try to look that up last night, and there was a whiskey one, and so I played it, and yeah, I can't even tell you, but I don't even think I heard the word whiskey maybe twice in it, so I don't even know why it had whiskey in the name. I could be completely wrong. Just wasn't for me.
Well, it's a little harder than what we usually listen to.
So this volume is actually bottled here in Columbus, Ohio, and I think it's bottled by Sweet Amber Distilling Company, and this one is Columbus, Ohio. But I think they also have some different bottlers. Sweet Amber Distilling does, because I also seen where it was bottled in different areas as well on different reviews that I've read. But our bottle here was in Columbus, Ohio. And so the whiskey is a blend of variations of bourbon whiskeys and rye whiskeys, and then it is finished in black brandy cask. So there is no mash bill that I can provide, because it's a blend of variations, and it's just a unique story in how it's all made and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
it's really cool. I've actually heard people talking that they've gone to the distillery for a tour, and they can hear the Metallica playing from the parking lot. They will turn it down as the tour goes through, but then immediately after they turn it back up. So I don't know, we probably ought to check it out sometime. I mean, we're only an hour away, so.
Yeah.
It looks like maybe this bottle has evaporated slightly.
So we will honestly admit, I opened several bottles last night to just kind of get a feel and a taste for them. We had already decided that we were going to review this one tonight, but I'm like, oh, we might as well, you know, taste it, and because we were tasting various ones. And I think when I got home from work, I found that Bryan had a few more tastings because it was not down to here.
I mean, you always tell me that we open it to drink it.
Well, we do. We absolutely do.
And so, Andy and I, after working on the basement today, we came up for our afternoon pour. And I thought, oh, I'll just have some of that blackened. Now, he did not have any blackened because it's a lot proofier than what he likes.
Right.
But, wow, is it good.
So Bryan can probably just go ahead and do the review without even tasting it.
I mean, it's hard to put into words.
So you're going to say it's not gimmicky?
No, and it's actually, and I missed this if you covered this, but it's actually aged in a brandy cask, correct?
A black brandy cask, yes.
And I have not drank a lot of brandy in my time. I have tasted brandy a couple of times. And if you've ever tasted brandy, it has a really unique taste, and I even struggle to, maybe like a black cherry. It's something really rich and really deep, and I get that flavor on the palate with this. It's not like you're drinking a glass of brandy, but it's there. It's in the whiskey. So this is, like Shona said, 120 proof.
It is 120.8 proof.
120.8
Now,
proof.
I will admit, I am going to go ahead and taste it and review it because last night I just had a tiny little pour with some other tiny little pours, and so
And that's all I had today. It's just a tiny
I
little.
have not had as much of this as Bryan has.
It couldn't have been, I didn't have that much because I went and cleaned up leaves afterwards.
It really did evaporate today.
I'm telling you, once you took the cork out,
Do you think Rex drank it?
he might have got into it. He was acting funny.
So on the nose, it's a little bit sweet on the nose, just a tad burn. You can pick up some of the caramel. There is another, I'm trying to decipher what it is. It's a very pleasant nose. It smells wonderful. Tobacco.
Leather? Are you getting leather?
I'm not getting leather.
Thank God.
I'm getting the tobacco though. Caramel.
Have you had brandy? Do you get
I
that?
have had brandy.
Do you get that flavor at all?
Yes,
It's kind of hard to describe because it's kind of an undertone.
right.
But it's there.
It's more on the finish than it is when it first hits your palate. It is sweet, but it's warm. And I'm not saying take your breath away warm.
No.
I'm just saying as it goes down, it warms you. And it's quite pleasant. It's a nice, pleasant
And
warm.
I told you last night when we tried it, there are some bourbons that I'll taste and they're really warm. But there's just something, it makes your mouth water. And I get that with this. It just makes you want that next drink because
It really does. It is mouth-watering good.
yeah,
to
it really is. That's hard to describe really, other than it just.
Does it drink at 120 proof? Yes.
Oh yeah.
I would say
yeah.
absolutely
I
does.
agree 100%.
However, it's still very enjoyable. It's warm, but it's delightful. It has a sweetness to it, but it has such rich, bold flavors.
I'll say this though, and generally we drink neat. We drink our bourbons neat. Andy drinks his on the rocks. or on a cube. So when I got his glass today, I went ahead and put a cube in my glass. And I can tell you that if you don't like that high proof, that 120 proof, pour this over one bourbon ice cube and it'll evaporate. It really goes down easy.
It really does evaporate. Okay, so if the whiskey world believes it's to be a gimmicky whiskey, then I am a gimmicky whiskey fan because it's really good.
Whether it's a gimmick or not, regardless of what makes this juice taste like this, I don't care. Mm-hmm. It's good.
And to me, it's no different than Jefferson's Ocean. I mean,
no, that's a gimmick.
Out at sea rocking. It's good though. I enjoy Jefferson's Ocean. We've not had it on the show, but I've had it and I like it too. But for 120 proof cask strength at $69.99, I don't think I gave the price that it is here in Ohio. But for $69.99, it's a very good bottle.
It's superb, really, for the price and for that proof. And what we don't know, I guess, is we don't know how readily available that particular bottle
No,
is.
it does say limited edition. So honestly, I don't know. I know that we can still find this.
It was behind the counter the day I got it. I found a blackened bottle. However, it was not
the
cask strength.
Yeah.
So the gentleman working at the register actually said, "Oh, that's not cask strength. This one back here is." I said, "Oh, I bet that's the one I'm supposed to get."
Mm-hmm. I think we enjoy the cask strengths more than to us. They have more flavor, boldness, more flavor.
We didn't always think that. When we
did
first
not.
started, we shied away from cask strength because we weren't ready for that yet.
If you like the caramel, the tobacco, the toffee,
Molasses?
I would say molasses or maple syrup.
Yeah, it's
You're going to get all kinds of flavors hitting your tongue. And if you're okay with that little bit of heat, like that was my third sip, I think it was my third, and I'm not really getting the warmth that I got initially when I first took a sip.
no, the first one was warm.
But I mean, if you're okay with that, I think you're really going to enjoy this. If you can find one in your area. And I was just reading the back of it. I hadn't really read the back besides to see it was made in Columbus, Ohio, or bottled in Ohio. Born in cask, forged by sound. Thought that was kind of cool. Yes.
Yeah,
It doesn't take much to
like
use
you
them.
said earlier, if it is a gimmick, that's fine. I don't really care what they say, how they seasoned it, how they aged it, what they aged. I don't care. It's just really, really good. Whatever they did to get to this point, they need to keep doing it.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I'm anxious because when I was looking out on their website, they actually have a few other kind of special type releases besides the volumes and stuff like that.
They're not out yet, or
Maybe we just can't get them in Ohio.
could be.
So I am interested, or even the different volumes. If we find the different volumes, I'd be willing to get those, to try those. But again, if it is a gimmick, we love it. Bryan, it's evaporating on its own.
That's the sad thing about a bottle like this is it is really good, but yet we got that much left, and then will we find another one? Probably not. So
you'll let it get to here, then you'll
yeah,
stare
I'm
at
gonna
it.
have to put it away so I don't see it looking at me. Because they do that.
They do.
Look. They look and they want to be drank.
After we get done working in the evenings, they look at us. Maybe that'll change once you're in the bar.
Speaking of working, speaking of the bar top has arrived. Some assembly required. Just add water.
Just add water.
So we'll be highlighting that
Probably
in the near future.
Yeah.
Within the next couple weeks. Electrical is coming along really good, so hopefully drywall is right around the corner.
Yep. And I've been staining some tongue and groove for the ceiling of the bar.
Yep. So it's coming.
Yeah.
Hopefully very soon. Definitely by the first of the year. Before the first of the year, we'll be shooting our show in the new bar.
Yes, we will.
So, okay, guys. Blackened Cask Strength Bourbon Whiskey, 120.8 proof. I personally highly recommend it. You're going to get lots of sweetness, lots of goodness. You're going to get some brandy flavor, some brandy tones. Definitely, if you see it and it's in your budget, grab it because it is really, really tasty.
And hey, I just want to throw out a little, if anybody's still watching, I've been uploading daily shorts that give just simple little bourbon, whiskey, prohibition, distillery facts each day. So if you haven't seen one or haven't clicked on the shorts, make sure you check those out because I'm putting a lot of research to make sure they're accurate and stuff like
There's
that.
some fun facts in there.
Yeah,
I've seen a few of them, and there really is some fun facts.
Yeah, so if you have a chance, they're only between 7 and 11 seconds. Not much time of your life at all, I promise.
Yeah, definitely check those out. You might learn something. She really does put a lot of research into those. So. And
it's really, it's more fun for me, to be honest. If you watch them, great. I really appreciate that. But if not, it's helping me learn. And that was the objective of us starting this channel, was for us, one, to take time to sit down and, enjoy a pour and talk. But it's also for us to learn about whiskeys and bourbon. And so this whole little shorts project has really helped me learn some things. So it's interesting.
It has. So, anything else for the night?
No.
Okay, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up there for the evening, and we will be back in probably a couple of days.
Yep.
So, thanks for joining us, everyone.
Thank you.